All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hope you had a very nice short break, but I hope you took the chance to really visit our exhibitors booth. Just want to let you know as well, if you're taking part in our Engage and Win, that's our lucky draw happening. Not really lucky draw, but a challenge for the most number of points where you can win some prizes. That closes at 3:30. Okay, so take the quiz. There is a quiz segment as well before 3:30. So it's in the menu bar. Please take it before that time if you want the most number of points because we cut off at 3:30. Okay, so now on to, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very exciting segment, the Deep Tech Movers Chatbot Challenge. Riding on the maker movement, SGInnovate's Deep Tech Movers Challenge aims to help participants learn how to build chatbots to express their passion and creativity. Through this challenge, participants will build chatbots to share their ideas on how deep tech can make a positive impact on the world. This chatbot challenge is a partnership between SGInnovate and Terra AI. Now, I'm going to give you some context about this competition. Now, the start of this competition was on the 22nd of March this year. Now, originally we had 190 participants from really a diverse range of backgrounds, from secondary school students all the way to working professionals. And how many teams were formed? More than 60 teams were formed from those 190 people, and we have brought down the finalists today. Only 5 teams were shortlisted, and you will be seeing them very, very shortly. So it's very exciting, because why? It's a it's a deep tech movers chatbot challenge, right? So 5 teams out of 60 teams, very, very tough qualifying. So they even had a hard time shortlisting those teams as well. But nonetheless, I would like to introduce our 5 judges who I'm sure will have a very hard time today as well. So our first judge is Arnold Doray, CEO of Terra AI. We also have Andrew Varanes, Head of Startup Ecosystem Southeast Asia, AWS. We have Ping Shung Koo, co-founder of Data Science SG Meetup Group and AI Association Singapore. We have David Bay from Better.sg. And we also have Kester Po, CEO and co-founder of AiChat. Welcome to our judges. Our moderator for this challenge is Kristen Jonathan, who is business development from Terra AI. So, judges, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this challenge. I'm very excited as well. Can't wait to watch it. And I'd now like to hand the time over to our moderator, Kristen Jonathan. Over to you, Kristen.
Okay, thank you so much, Lester, for the enthusiasm. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christian from Terra AI, and I'll be the moderator for today. Before we start, allow me to briefly read out the presentation rules from our 5 finalists. The first one, each team will have up to 5 minutes to pitch and showcase their chatbots, followed by a 2-minute of Q&A session from the judges. No slides, purely live demo of their chatbots. The second one, there will be one representative per team who will be showcasing their chatbots on behalf of the team. All team members can answer the judges' question during the Q&A session. The third one, all teams have to be muted at all times except during the presentation turn. So just to give a bit background as well, we have a very exciting a journey. So many of our teams started with limited programming background, but they do have passion in promoting deep tech to their friends, to their families, to everyone, right? Because it's an exciting team as well. So without further ado, I think let's welcome the first team who will be presenting their first chatbots live demo. Okay. Okay, sure. Okay, just to, I think they are still preparing. So I think just to continue the stories as well. I think it's good to have diverse ideas coming up from our contestants, right? From Right. Okay, guys. Yeah. Okay. So for this one, right? For the competition itself, I think we have a lot of diverse ideas right now, and then we also have a couple of interesting teams who also like we never thought it's not possible yet, but actually like when they do it, it actually becomes possible, and then they create good chatbots at the start. So let's introduce the first team chatbot winner. Team chatbot winner. Team chatbot winner. Are you ready, team chatbot winner?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, professors and everyone. I'm Brennan. I'm going to represent our team to share about our chatbot, the Deep Tech Empire. And to be honest, it's our first time to get to know about Deep Tech. And when we first heard it, me and my group members were actually very confused. And the definition of deep tech on Google was very blurry and beyond our knowledge. At first, we thought about topics like code writing or creating a chatbot that teach people how to DIY deep tech project. However, when we put ourselves in the audience shoes, we feel that as a uni student and young adult, like that would be very boring and we lose the interest in the middle of learning. And there must be a better way, an interesting way to introduce the concept of deep tech to young people. So we decided to create this interactive game in the form of chatbot. We have a storyline in this chatbot and letting users become Elon Musk and experience how he created his deep tech empire. And users will definitely feel more engaging in this way. As we can see, the beginning of our chatbot, we start with a very interesting question that, do you want to be the richest guy in the world? I believe that everyone has think about this when they were young. So this is an interesting start, so can attract the users compared to other just a bunch of words they don't understand. So now if I press, of course, I want to be the richest guy in the world, then we ask them, who is the richest guy? Of course, some people will type me, then I knew it, there's no way. And some of the people also press yes. I will also press you, and I will thank them and ask them answer properly. So if they don't know who is, they don't know Elon Musk, they type someone they think is the richest guy, tell them the correct answer. It is Elon Musk, the richest guy. And then I proceed into the storyline that you are given a chance to become Elon Musk 26 years ago. Will you take it? If you take yes, become Elon Musk. If you take no, I will beg you to take yes. Then you will travel back to the time and reach 1995. And you have all the knowledge with the deep tech in 2021. And now you are given a chance to start to create your deep tech empire. Let's press yes, and it's time to write history. Now we reach our main menu page. We can see here we got 6 buttons. The first one is what is deep tech? And this in the end, the other 4 are the 4 deep tech companies created by Elon Musk. And lastly is the end. Let's see what is deep tech first. We define deep tech as something that can change our life. Here's the definition. It's going to for all these 4 companies, we create our own storyline for it. And hence, you will not feel boring when you're learning concept of deep tech. Let's start with Hyperloop. Have you ever taken a train before? Press yes. Because I want people to understand concept, like give an idea of how fast is the train and how fast is the airplane. So I asked them the speed of airplane as well. And hence we reach here. It's another story that your cousin cannot take flight because he has heart disease. And then he begged you to create a real way that is faster than plane. Is it possible or not? It is by using deep tech. And then we will introduce you the deep tech behind. If you I want to understand more, you can click the video and watch it. And also the advantage of deep tech. This is faster, cheaper, and eco-friendly, all this. And if you build it now, then congratulations. We become the best transport company in the world. Let's try another one, SpaceX. So Elon Musk, he want to create a lab. They want to build a lab on Mars. And how should he do that? How do you want to do that? If we try to buy from Russia, they reject your cannot. Then we're facing another 2 problems, which is funding or technical support. The funding, we learn the problem he understand that you create a rocket, you only cost 3% of the cost if you compare to you buying one. And here's the technical part, is the founder of SpaceX. Just throughout the process, you'll understand how Elon Musk created his deep tech empire, all his deep tech companies, and go through the storyline. Of course, you also need to make choices. If you make the wrong choices, oh no, it's a game over. Let's quickly start again. Okay, if we keep making the correct choices, You go through, you keep facing more problems, you answer the question. And in the end, we can create our, successfully create a SpaceX company. Let's have a look at this video.
3, 2, 1.
See that it really landed, so it's very amazing. Okay. Due to the time constraint, I reached the end soon. If you have more interest, you can look out for the other two companies. You press end, there's the end of the story, is that you wake up and you realize it's just a dream. But however, don't get disappointed. You still can sign up for SG New Frontiers 2021 to build your deep tech career. Now I come to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your time. Is there any question to ask?
Thank you for your presentation. Judges, Q&A.
Maybe you all can share a bit more about your thought process, how you all design, what were some of the consideration that you all have made when designing all this chatbot, all the different pieces here?
Because when we're not very sure what we do, so I went to search all of the deep tech companies. And then I found Tesla and SpaceX. Then I suddenly realized maybe we can, Elon Musk's name pops up. So I went to search all his companies. And then I realized that he used deep tech to found an empire. So he became the richest guy because of deep tech. So I get the 4 main companies, which are the 4 in this chatbot. Then we feel that it's like we need a story like to let people engage more with the deep tech. So we make it a gaming-like, a more game-like chatbot. It's how we come up with this idea.
Any other questions for the judges?
I personally enjoyed the bot. I thought it was very fun and engaging. Thank you for it. Tell us a little more about who's your target audience for something like this?
Our target audience, all the young people, young uni student and young adult. Because we feel that, like, as myself, if I see a bunch of words and terms I don't understand, I feel very boring. So, we are trying to do a very interesting chatbot that can engage more with young people and uni students.
Okay, so the idea is to make them aware of these companies, what they're doing, and so on. Is that right?
Oh yeah, in an interesting way.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
One last question from the judges.
Yeah, hi, David here. I like the user centricity of the chatbot and the way it's designed in a manner that reminds me of some of the judges here may be old enough to remember some books that we used to read that, you had to flip to page 90 if you made this choice, and, you were brought through a storyline. And so it's unique in that sense. But maybe my question to you is, what do you see as the next step forward? What would be an expansion of your use case?
I think our storyline still have a lot of space to improvement, because Elon Musk, his legendary life is not only about these 4 companies. As again, also like it can be more open. If you make different choices, you'll go to different paths. Like we make it more interesting, and then also like our UI can also be improved a bit.
Okay, thank you, judges, for all the questions. Thank you, the chatbot winner, for the presentations. Now, let's move on to the second team, bot the PP builders. Judges, you can also tabulate your scores right now as well for chatbot winner. Bot the PP builders, you're next.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Sherilyn, and I'll be representing our team, Bot the PP Builders, in presenting our chatbot. So the main motivation for building our chatbot is basically to create an interactive and engaging chatbot that is relatable to everyone, because in this current day and age, almost every Singaporean can be exposed to cyber attacks such as phishing, and impersonation attacks. So in fact, statistics have shown that there were 3 times more phishing cases in 2020 alone compared to the year before, and it is expected to rise. Therefore, we felt that this is an area that is not discussed enough given the potential threats lurking around. So even though there were many lessons were given to us in a formal setting, most of us might not be able to recall, as it is often presented in like a lecture style or usually lasts long to the point that people sometimes tune out. So by steering away from such conventional methods, this chatbot provides a role-playing and fun-filled experience, making it more salient for our users so that they can be able to better spot threats. So once you click into our bot, you will be presented with these 3 options, which is fishy to talk about a storyline about phishing attacks, brute to talk about brute force attack, as well as fakey to talk about impersonation attack. So for this pitching itself, I'll be presenting more about fishy, which is the phishing attack. So once you click on the button, the user will be presented with this realistic phishing email that will prompt the user on whether or not to download this zip file. So for example, if let's say the user clicks on the zip file to download, which is the wrong decision. So if let's say they click on the download, it will tell them more about, give them more information about why this option is not correct, as well as the consequence of such an option. So malicious software such as malware will be downloaded into his or her device and will steal all her confidential documents. So the user will then be presented with this option, this button to try again. So if let's say the user clicks on this, and then this time around she clicks on the correct option, which is not to download, and she will be presented with another option to choose from, which is whether or not to click on the link to sign up for the COVID-19 vaccination. So in this case, let's try to make the right choice, which is not to click on the link. So in this case, if let's say she makes the right choice and everything, she'll be presented with these 3 options because she realized that something was wrong with this email. So these 3 choices are basically some of the choices that people will try to make when faced with a phishing email. So for example, there's to forward the email to her friends or relatives to warn them about such a message going around, reply, or to report and delete the email. So for example, if let's say we click on this button, which is to forward the email, we can see that the consequence once again, which is her friends, Doray and Nemo, trusted their friend and thought that the link was legitimate and they will download the link itself. So they'll be given this try again button once again. So if let's say in this case, we make all the correct choices, and so the correct choice is actually to report and delete the email, it will actually bring the user to inform them more about what this cybersecurity attack was, which is phishing, and more information about phishing. And by clicking this button at the bottom, will inform them more about like phishing prevention methods. So for example, tips on tips to spot phishing emails. So then the user will be given 2 options, which is to explore other storyline or no thank you. So if let's say the user chooses to explore other storyline, then it will actually link them to this response. And if let's say the user clicks on no thank you, it will actually tell them to inform them and remind them to stay vigilant, and because there are no try again options in reality. So thank you so much.
From this demonstration, we see that we have a realistic walkthrough of the situation that people faces with cyber attacks, and we also did a walkthrough of the story of how a user should react to cyber attack situation by having them to try the storyline again if they were to make the wrong action. This is a form of reinforced learning where it will help to increase the saliency and help to remember the content better. So we add in like humorous GIF and images to make it more fun, entertaining, and engaging. So with more time, we hope to add in more cyber attack situation that are preventable by staying vigilant. And we also like to extend our target audience by adding features such as languages to cater to different needs, and also so that the elderly can also learn more about cyber attacks. So
Thank
that
you so
is
much.
the end of our demonstration. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, we have 1.5 more minutes to ask for Q&A.
Hey guys, Andrew here. So your primary target audience is elderly. So do you see any other secondary audiences, or do you think this is relevant for other demographics as well?
For now, our target audience is actually the youths as well as the working adult, because in this case, we are targeting on those working adults with, for example, more currently with more interaction with the cybersecurity, and they're more so they're more prone to such cybersecurity attacks like phishing and, for example, like brute force attacks. So in the future, we would like to add in more languages to cater to other target audience. Yeah.
So
Great,
like
thank
for
You mentioned reinforcement learning just now a bit. Could you elaborate where it's used in the bot, or I mean where it's explained in the bot? Sorry.
Okay, so it wasn't really explained, but in our thought process, we tried to make the user try again, so as to, because if let's say the user clicks on the wrong button, for example, like if let's say she clicks on the forward the email to let's say her friend's button, and then they will be made to try again they will be made to try again the bot. So in such cases, like if let's say they so-called like if they have to try the bot again, then they will know that this is the wrong button that I have to this is the wrong button, this is the wrong choice that I have to make if let's say I face such a phishing email.
Okay, thank you,
Thanks.
judges. Thank the PP builders for the presentations. So
Thank you.
just a quick note, guys, for the rest of the presenters, we have a strict 5 minutes rule just to make it fair for everyone. So try to present within 5 minutes. Okay, so next team, team DAAA Ruby, DAAA Ruby. Team B, please. Meanwhile, judges, you can also start tabulating your score.
Hi, may I start now?
Judges, ready? Sorry, guys. Just hold on for a while. Judges, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, we can start now. Team Darubi.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Good afternoon, judges, experts, professionals, and fellow students. I'm Zhuo Fan, representing Team Darubi. My team consists of Eldon, Junjie, Rakit, David, and myself. I am very honored to be standing here today presenting the extraordinary bot, Ruby. Ruby is a chatbot that guides people on how to obtain useful data from websites and APIs that can be extended to encompass even basic AIs. In order to make learning easy, we have broken the learning process into 3 main sections. Intro into API, how to use API, and applications of APIs. During the intro, we will be teaching and explaining the basic things such as what exactly is APIs and showing some useful Python libraries such as pandas, numbys, and matplots that is in creating your code for using APIs. Okay, you can take a look now. For how to use APIs, we have introduced ideas like API requesters and how to request for API. We have even included examples of APIs, API requesters, and simplified APIs. In every explanation, we have kept things short, fun, easy to understand, so that people of any age group will be able to understand and learn. In line with this goal, we have also added various images and even animations to assist our user in understanding and visualizing. For applications of APIs, We have included some popular projects and APIs such as It's Learning, Sky Scanning APIs, and Open Weather Map APIs, connecting people with these fun and useful projects. At the same time, we have made descriptions for it so that our user can choose to view the project that they are more interested in. As a teenagers of the 21st century, we have also been constantly thinking to innovate. Aside from our fun contents, we are constantly thinking how to make our bots more engaging, fun, and accessible enough to reach out to different groups of people, including people with reading disabilities. To answer this, we have made our bots the ability to talk. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? Can you imagine a bot talking to you? After searching on various websites and implementing knowledge we have learned, we did it. We made our very first chatbot that is able to talk. Let's see the effect now.
In-depth look into APIs. There are many types of APIs such as REST API, SOAP APIs, and browser APIs.
We have implemented these features on every page. The overall design of our bot is space. This makes for a tranquil background and gives you a overall sense of advanced technology to our bots. For our bot's avatar, we took inspiration from the cartoon character Eve in the Pixar frame, together with the digital stress ball, which is interactive and helps to release your stress from learning. Just one fact, do you know that the 6 images in the internal layer represents the 6 aspects of AI? Sounds cool, isn't it? Together with the team of Space, we have also created a pop-up text animation. You must be wondering, what does that mean? Let me show you. Basically, every time you click on the background, or even everywhere in the board, there will be an orange pop-out. This encourages users to start clicking and also to try out the different buttons of the bots. This also acts as another stress ball you can play with after some tired learnings. We do understand that everyone have different learning preference. Like for myself, I love learning things like together with music. Hence, we have tried to implement background music feature so that our user can learn things in a pleasant atmosphere. Lastly, I would like to thank everyone that have helped us. That's all we have for now. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Now, what question do y'all have?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, just want to check. Because if let's say you have more time, if someone, I want to ask whether if you have, and what would you do if you have more time to make it more engaging in terms of getting the user to come back to explore more? Because I see that there are quite a couple of menus. So after the first try, user will not return after they explore the content. What would one thing that you will do to make it to attract them to come back for more?
So you're asking them like what makes our bot like very attractive so that they come back for more from our bot, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking more of like right now for our bot, we made it so that like there's a stress bar here, so like that's pretty fun to play around with, and additionally with the when you click there's a different animation, so they could find that pretty fun. And let's say they want to play around with it and learn APIs at the same time, they can come back to our bot and learn that. I'm not sure I'm answering your question properly though. In terms of that, I think in the future we could probably implement some kind of storyline like the other bots, and help them go around with the storyline about learning APIs and after that, like actually implementing them so they learn deep tech,
Yeah, we will try to make the try to make a story so that maybe the kids will be attracted to come back again to hear, and also to include more contents.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi guys. David here. I tell you, I loved it. I loved your pitch. I love the fact that you also didn't just think about visual learning, but you also thought about how people will also learn from an audio perspective, right? So there are other you've thought about other elements in your chatbot, and that's good. What maybe a suggestion I'd like to put forward is something that Kester also mentioned. Think about how would you explain an API to a layman, right? In terms of maybe using an analogy or something, think about how would you explain, how would your mom go through this, right? How would you explain to her what's an API from a perspective of perhaps someone who's going to a supermarket or having to interface with something? But on the whole, I loved it. Great job.
So just to answer that quickly, we actually do have we do teach them about API using an analogy here. We use the analogy of a waiter and a kitchen. I'm not sure if I can find it here right now. But yeah, we do explain the API using the analogy of a kitchen, and like the kitchen being the system and the API being the waitress that brings you the information, which is the food, back and forth. So yeah, if you go through our bot, you actually see this. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion. Yeah.
And I was just trying to say that you could reverse it, right? So the bot could be about teaching APIs, but you could start off by being the waitress in the restaurant rather than, starting by teaching you through an API perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I see. So start off with like more of a simple story that everyone can access, like a waitress. Everyone knows what a waitress is, that kind of thing, right?
That's right.
I see. Okay. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, we will try to improve our bots. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, judges, for the question and suggestions. Just give judges a quick 15 seconds to just tabulate the score. And the final is right, audience here. I think it's great to have like experts actually coming in to actually evaluate the chat block, you guys, or by the students that they're presenting, right? So please take this opportunity and feedbacks at heart, and try to evaluate each feedback that comes in actually is based on a professional based on. So okay, without further ado, let's move on to the fourth team, simple AI. Simple AI. Okay, the floor is yours.
Hi. Okay, so let's start with the problem. AI is not the next big thing. AI is already the big thing. But yet, many people stay away from AI, claiming it's too cryptic, too difficult. And here is where simple AI comes into the picture. So, simple AI has two main goals. First, to introduce and excite even people from non-technical backgrounds about AI. And secondly, to provide them with directions for the next step in the AI journey. So, simple AI does this in four main steps: learn, experience, discover, and play. So for learn, it's under theory in 250 words. So if we click here, we actually have 4 different topics for you to choose from: decision trees, linear regression, SVM, neural network. So let's take linear regression for example. Okay, so what we provide is short snippets of info with our own diagrams and animations. Okay, so that we can explain what the theory is in simple layman terms. So for instance, let's just look at support vector machines as another example. Okay, really simple diagrams so that anyone can understand. In fact, for neural networks, we also use simple analogies of price of daily goods such as French fries, apples, to explain to them how it works. Now, for the second step, which is experience, it is under AI in language. So actually, have you ever wondered how we use AI in language? So the secret is actually in word embeddings, in that words can actually be expressed in numbers, 50 numbers in a vector. But of course, we don't say the words word embeddings and vector in our bot. We just tell them that a word can be expressed in 50 numbers, and you can imagine them to be genes. So what we can do over here is, let's say I choose gene number 0. Okay, I'm going to increase the value, and I'm going to get a word. Okay, the word is north. Now I'm going to decrease the value of gene number 0. I'm going to see what word I get. Okay, I get the word south. I decrease it again and get a new word. Decrease it again. get a new word player, I can even change, say I want to modify gene number 6 now. Okay, so when I pick gene number 6, I decrease it, let's say, so from player, the word becomes team. Okay, so it's very similar and they get to learn through experiencing this. So the third step, which I mentioned just now, was discover. And this is covered under organizations in AI. So we have very amazing companies involved in AI over here. And we have a perfect variety of companies because they cover a wide range. We have AI cloud platforms, AI associations, AI solutions. We even have tech for good. Okay, so an example, if I show AWS, it looks something like that with links. Okay. So, and finally, the final step, we have play. And this is under cool AI tools. So over here, we have, we let them play around with easy to use tools, and they can use these tools to save a ton of time on projects. And in fact, if actually you see our TikTok video, the music was done using one of these apps, and we did it in like 5 minutes. So that's how good these AI apps are. So perhaps some other things about simple AI is that we only require 2 interactions to get exactly what you are looking for. And some other features are that we have a header and main menu button to ensure easy navigation. So no matter where you are, you know where you're at. And if you want to get back to a familiar page, always just click the main menu button and you'll get to a page where you're familiar with. Okay, you won't get lost inside the bot. And last but not least, there are other nitty-gritty details, but I would like to spend more time talking about business viability. So there are 4 ways of revenue. First, we have ads. So for instance, over here, you can see we advertise for New Frontier. So this is one way in which we can get revenue. The second method is in data, in which we do A/B testing. So for instance, let's look at cool AI tools and text reader, for instance. I actually have 2 different AI text readers that I'm promoting, but it appears at a 50-50 chance. So by collecting the data on the clicks, we can actually collect data on which is more popular, which has more click-through rate. We can even do A/B testing for different marketing techniques. And that's one way we can make revenue as well. The third way is, for instance, just now when we were looking at AWS, we actually promote certain careers. So this can be a form of revenue as well. And last but not least, the most obvious is affiliate marketing, which we did obviously in the AI tools. All these 5 tools that you see under here, the background remover, noise, music generator, and also in the theory section. At the end of every theory, we actually have a small link to a commercial product, which you need to pay money for. And in that sense, we can do affiliate marketing on those AI products. So because of all these reasons, I'm happy and proud to present Simple AI to you today. And now I'll hand the time over to Q&A. Oh wait, a team member introduction. Oh, so this is a single member team. I'm Kester. I'm a year 2 electrical engineer studying at NUS. But of course, I would like to thank my family, friends, and Discord for helping me. So it isn't really single member after all. Okay, Q&A.
Q&A, judges.
Maybe more a statement than a question, but very strong pitch. Yeah. And thanks for the AWS plug.
I like the.
Are you
looking for a job after? Sorry, go ahead.
I like the monetization part. Yeah, I think that's something that is really motivate people to come back because you can earn money through talking to the chatbot, which interesting.
In fact, I have someone in the comments who actually asked me if I could publish his, I think it's a Play Store app. He did an app and then he asked me if I could publish it in his cool AI tools. So I guess that's a good start in that direction.
Yeah. Great. Interesting.
Questions, comments from the other judges?
Are you looking for a job after this?
Actually, I'm currently in a NUS NOC program. So I'm currently working as a machine learning engineer for a company until July 16. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I can see the experience coming through and I can see the technical expertise also coming through. And that's why I echo Andrew to say strong pitch, clearly thought through, categorized neatly, and even down to the decision tree. So good job.
Thank you very much. That's very high compliments. Thanks.
Last questions from the judges? No questions? No comments? Okay. So yeah, thanks Simple AI for presenting. I think you might want to follow up with the judges as well because there's an opportunity coming up. Okay. Let's move on. Last but not least, Team E people. Team E people. E stands for what, guys? Team E people, are you here? Okay. Okay. Whenever you are ready, Team E people. We can't hear you. Can you try to say something? I can't hear you. It's Hongi.
Okay.
Still soft. It's echo. Can you adjust your headset?
You don't.
Okay. Okay, I think while E people is doing the technical fix, judges, I think you can use this time to tabulate the score.
Hello. Can you hear?
Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes, it's good.
Okay. Good afternoon, judges, experts, professional, and fellow participants. I'm Hong Yu, representing E People, which includes Layman, Jing Kai, Yi, Ming, Surya, and myself. Today, I'm honored to be here to present to you the future of innovative robots. So, robotech is the beginning of everything from electronics to Arduino. It teaches you the basics of robotics to kickstart and develop your passion in robotics. Learning has been made easier as we have split the different into different categories like Arduino and electronics, where we can learn and be more effective. And in the real world nowadays, there are some basic knowledge that we need to acquire, like programming and having simple circuit knowledge. And then we'll need to learn many different skills like being able to code. So if we look into Arduino, there are different tutorials that we have. So we categorize them into lessons so that it's easy to digest and it's also bite size so that you can learn it whenever you want and wherever you are. So if we look into the Arduino, we have actually gone through what are Arduino and how it helps. And then there's a basic analogy. So it's over here, and we did a basic graphic design that shows how an Arduino works, where it gives an input and the Arduino is like the process where it will process the data and gives out an output. So for an example, it's like a button, and when it's pressed, and then the Arduino will make an LED light up. And then we gone through many different styles and give a lot of different graphic design and make it more easy to digest, and it's more appealing to the eye. Yeah. So it is also very effective in navigation, and there are many different tabs that you can learn from. Whenever you have any questions, you can proceed to the FAQ section where you have
where you can have many different questions. And if you ask, for example, what is an Arduino, there are commonly asked questions, then they can proceed to the lesson page and learn from there. Yeah. There's also a subcategory that we have, which is the electronics section, where we also go through many different components and teach people how to do a basic circuitry, where this is also this is needed because in deep tech we have to, although we need to learn programming, there are also many different essential skills like building machines and etc., which requires your knowledge of machinery, and electronics is one of them. And therefore we teach basic like circuits, like LED circuits, and tell them that even the applications, and have even GIFs which show them how current flow and etc. And furthermore, we also although sometimes you might think that, oh, you require the hardware and components to learn the skill. However, we have an online simulation where you can go online to Tinkercad. You go to Tinkercad and you can learn and do your different simulations and start coding there. So you don't actually need any hardware and components to learn. You can learn it online and stuff. Yes. Furthermore, we have many very different design philosophies, like we're having the space background, because in the future everyone's gonna be moving forward and like, for instance, Elon Musk, where he want to build a science station in Mars. So we want everyone to, from after learning the chatbot, you can advance and expand further into the space and different realms. And you can also see that there are the floating characters that pops up. It actually gives you the incentive to click more and experience all the different components that we have. And it is also those clicks actually are actually the different components that you will learn in the Arduino section. Yeah. And for the reason why we have the Among Us is to actually to cater to our target audience, which are young children and young adults, like teens, where they are actually learning this in school, which can actually help them boost their knowledge in this field. Yeah. Yes. Is there any questions that you want to add for us?
Any questions or comments from the judges?
Maybe you could just share with us a little bit of why, how did you narrow in down on Arduino? What was your thought process behind it?
Okay, so basically the thought process of picking Arduino is Arduino is actually something that we learn in school and in secondary school and what so not. We learn Arduino, and we have actually went and taught so we have an overseas program and we went there and teach them how to do Arduino and electronics, which is actually quite easy to learn, and they picked up very easily. And there are foreign country students where they don't understand English that well. So based on our experience from doing so, we actually made the chatbot easy to understand and so on. Yeah. Is there any other question? Thank you for the feedback.
Okay. Arnold, you seem to have any question, but we can't hear you.
Maybe you can just type inside.
Yeah, maybe you can type and then we'll read it out. Meanwhile, any questions for from the other judges or comments?
No.
Okay. Okay. Comments from Arnold. Good chatbot for learning Arduino, engaging like the projects, and I personally like the floating Among Us character. Okay. Any other comments from the judges? Last comment. All right. All right. Okay. Thanks so much, people, for your presentations. So, all done for the 5 teams. So thank you so much for all teams for your exciting presentations. Meanwhile, please give the judges some time to deliberate the top 3 winners in the next few minutes. A quick word about Deep Tech Movers Chatbot Challenge and our partner SGInnovate. SGInnovate, I think, aims to grow and develop aspiring trailblazers like yourself to continue honing your skills and make a positive impact on the world. So exposure on this chatbot challenge is just a snippet on what you can expect to work on. And if you're joining the SGInnovate Deep Tech Talent programs as well. And we AI for Impact also is also trying to make AI accessible to everyone, including non-programmers. But before that, let's hear some words from Samantha from the SGInnovate Talent Networking team, who will share more about SGInnovate talent opportunities. Samantha, please.
Thank you so much, Christian. Hi, everyone. I'm Samantha from SGInnovate's Talent Networking team. I'm really loving the presentations and demos by the teams. I think it's so creative. If you have enjoyed this challenge, be just watching the demo or even participating in the challenge, this is really just a glimpse of the cool and challenging projects that you can expect on our talent programs. Nothing really beats the experience of working on a real-world project and the satisfaction to see how your contribution can impact people and the world around you. We currently have 2 talent programs featuring different types of projects within the deep tech sector. The first one that I would like to introduce is the Summation program, which started back in 2017. It was created to showcase the exciting deep tech projects and startups that Singapore was building at that time, and to also give top talents a chance to work on these amazing technologies and build up their existing skill sets. Now, Summation offers you the chance to take on specializations in areas such as AI, blockchain, robotics, quantum technologies, and many more. Currently, we have about more than 100 tech talents join Summation through 6 runs, and we've realized that there is really still a high demand for talents in areas such as product and software management. It really takes more than a specialist to build a product, let alone solve a problem that has a global impact. While Summation offers specializations in specific newer technologies, the Infinity series was created to offer students first-hand experience in building deep tech products within technical teams. Many of them are actually working on projects that are not directly related to their field of studies, but they have a genuine interest in. Now, the exciting thing about Infinity series is you can come back for multiple internships in different startups to gain a wider exposure and keep on sharpening your technical skills. Some projects that you can expect on Infinity series are in areas such as software development, data analytics and engineering, UI UX design, and even product management. Through our talent programs, you'll be exposed to different technologies and product life cycles while making a positive impact around the world alongside experienced mentors like CTOs and technical leads within the companies. Now, our next intake for both programs will happen in December 2021, and applications will open in August. So feel free to scan the QR code, check out our websites, and find out more. I believe that the judges should be done deliberating very soon, and while we reset the stage for our NC and our judges to come back on, enjoy this video on our talent programs. Thank you, and we will be back very shortly.
Space Engineering with a second major in business at Nanyang Technological University.
My name is Yap Han Ho. I am 27 and I study theoretical physics at the National University of Singapore. At Entropica Labs, I implement quantum and quantum-inspired algorithms to solve optimization problems of industrial relevance.
I work at Conigo, where a software company that uses data analytics to help business owners to meet their objectives. My summation program experience has been great. It is way beyond my expectation. I also appreciate the projects given to me are very impactful. I think this experience is going to help my future work and it's give me exposure to understand how to meet the client's needs.
My startup experience here has been amazing so far. I get to collaborate with industrial partners and work on optimization problems together. They allow us to conduct research independently. I feel like it is precisely this confidence that urges me to work harder to deliver results to them.
Another takeaway I had from this program is I get to meet people from different countries. There are local students as well as international students. This helps me to understand cultures from different countries and gives me a global perspective.
I would definitely recommend the summation program to my peers because of the diverse choices that it offers.
My name is Kang Hui Yang. I am 26 this year. I study at NTU, doing a degree in mathematical sciences. I've always liked mathematics. Even when I was as young as primary school, I try and read up on advanced topics like algebra. It's something that I enjoy. I like math because it is actually present everywhere. The applications are very, very vast. Everything is backed by math, everything is powered by math. So if you take an example of the camera, so how digital images are shown are actually different pixel intensities value of 3 planes, green, blue and red. After O-levels, I went to JC for 1 year and I left the school after promos because I thought that a poly route would suit me better. However, after I went to poly, I mixed with the wrong crowd. I didn't study hard. So I've always dreamed of having a career in mathematics. Without a degree in mathematics, it's difficult to go into such fields. So during my first year in army, I decided to take A-levels so that I can enter university to study mathematics. I heard about the summation program through a school email blast. The program promised to post us to one of the good startups in Singapore where we will be tutored on things in the deep tech scene. And that really motivated me to apply because it was a good chance to learn more and actually get a chance to apply what I learned in school. I always thought that application would be easier. However, this 6 months of internship has taught me otherwise. When I was working at Tiger, I realized that there were many engineering problems that had to be solved before we can apply theoretical concepts that sounded very easy on paper, but are actually very difficult in real life.
My name is Jane. I'm the head of project delivery. So for the mentees, we've always put them through very technical, very deep tech projects, and they are actually helping us quite a bit in terms of the R&D side of Tiger, right? Using, for example, some of the latest technologies to work on real-world problems, right? So Hui Yang has always been very selfless. He has always been guiding them through project. So I think the most important and the most common traits among all of them is that the open mind. You do not know your limits, which is great because that's where you can really grow, and not just technically but also in terms of what the business needs, how to bring a solution to the problems that is put to you.
What do I do in my free time? I read up on math. During my 3rd year, I received an email from the school to ask for assistance. So there was a freshman coming in who was visually impaired. He needed help because it's difficult to understand some of the more graphical concepts. So I volunteered to help him. I think this was a very interesting experience because despite the difficulties, this visually impaired student actually fought hard, strove to do better than his peers, and I heard that he's actually doing above average in his results. For students that are entering the deep tech field, the most important thing that companies are looking out for nowadays are experiences. So I would suggest you get your hands dirty, find a personal project that you would like to do, perhaps on Kaggle or any competition you come across. In the future, I hope to be able to work with more mathematical concepts, to use mathematics to help and grow the AI field.
and then took the plunge to join a startup as an early employee. For me, it was then a very natural progression to be at the intersection of finance and startups, venture capital. I had joined the company's predecessor back then, and my first impression was it was a really fun co-working space, way ahead of its time, and before the proliferation of the co-working spaces in Singapore. I was impressed by the activity that was going on, how it managed to galvanize people together, bring people with all the numerous events that it was running. Right now, SGInnovate is still very much community-based, only much larger now and drawing many more people to the cause.
A lot more discussion to be done for AI and 5G, otherwise not have been financed, and whether it's truly making a difference.
I love tech, and it's so exciting to me to see startups grow. What motivated me was wanting to have an impact greater than if I had worked in any one startup, and being able to help many more startups to grow and to scale. Deep tech, in particular, also has the potential to bring about a positive change in humanity. Think about all the innovations and the possibility. Getting to work with a diverse group of founders across different technologies is what keeps me going. It gives me great satisfaction to be able to witness the founders creating something out of nothing and being alongside them and being part of this journey together with them. I enjoy gardening and spending time with my plants, mainly edibles because I can eat them, and also flowering plants because they bring me much joy. Frequent watering, sufficient sunlight, and good soil composition. A lot of effort, but really rewarding to see when the seeds sprout, grow, mature, and bear fruit. Very much like seeing startups growing and maturing along this journey. Get front row seats to the innovations that would drive the societies of tomorrow. SGInnovate is a place where there is a ton of opportunity, where you can contribute to the growth of the tech and startup ecosystem right here.
Imagine a world filled with endless possibilities. A world powered by deep technology, enabling a future where we no longer fear cancer. A future where we can ensure sustainable energy consumption and less pollution, and use supercomputers to advance the human condition. A discovery of the DNA structure made in 1953 has made an impact beyond genomics and allowed us to venture deeper into more treatment discovery for all mankind to achieve a future free of avoidable cancer deaths.
Here at Lucence, we work to achieve less suffering and less pain for our cancer patients and their families. This is done through the use of innovative technology for accurate profiling of cancers and more suitable treatments. Amplimark is an advanced next-generation sequencing technology. It is used for the ultra-sensitive detection of cancer signal from a simple blood test. It means the sparing of invasive procedures. We have assembled a crack team of star scientists from 12 countries all around the world right here to make the vision real of a world with no avoidable cancer deaths through the use of non-invasive, innovative blood testing technology.
Innovation has always been the bedrock of human progress. Chemical separation is imperative for industries ranging from food, pharmaceutical, and petrochemical. But the current processes are so energy intensive, they account for up to 15% of global energy consumption. Innovatory technology is necessary to ensure long-term sustainability of these processes while reducing environmental stress.
CPU is providing a sustainable solution to industrial chemical separation. Our new generation of nanofilters will dramatically reduce the energy consumption and pollution globally by enabling the most effective chemical separations at the molecular level without the traditional use of heat. Regular chemical separation processes are not just huge silent polluters, they're also very expensive. That's why CPU's nanofiltration technology is an alternative to reducing the chemical separation's energy consumption by 90%, making it 50% more affordable.
Since the 1960s, digital networking has allowed data to flow between mainframes, terminals, and then computers. The science behind this transfer of data helped develop the internet, cloud computing, IoT, and enabled a digital economy. Quantum devices are not digital, but if we can get these devices to communicate through quantum entanglement, the possibilities they enable may go beyond anything conceivable today.
So Spectral is enabling global quantum communications through satellites transmitting entangled photons, particles of light. This allows quantum devices and future quantum computers to communicate in their native medium. So this enables highly secured communications and eventually a quantum internet and maybe a quantum economy. It may seem implausible today, but so was the digital economy back in the 1960s.
The only thing certain about the future is that it's uncertain. The human race will always reach farther, aim higher, and strive for greater heights. The key to our success lies in the power of deep technology, and the future is up to us now to secure. At SGInnovate, we're making sure that happens, one innovation at a time.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, wow, the judges took a long time because, you know, it's a tough choice, really. 5 great projects out of more than 60 different projects. But I just want to extend my appreciation to our moderator for this chatbot challenge, Kristen Jonathan. Thank you so much for the wonderful moderation. Also, a big thank you to our 5 judges who worked very hard on this Saturday to judge our Deep Tech Chatbot Challenge. Arnold, Andrew, Shung, David, as well as Kester. Our sincere appreciation to all our judges as well. Now, I have the results, ladies and gentlemen. But, you know, before we unveil our winners to all of you, you know, I think I want to ask perhaps 1 or 2 of the judges some questions, you know, perhaps if I could. Okay, so since this is a partnership between SGInnovate and Terra AI, maybe perhaps I could ask Arnold Doray, who's the CEO of Terra AI. Maybe Arnold, if I could ask you to maybe share with us some thoughts on perhaps what you thought of the challenge this year.
Well, first off, congrats to all 5 teams. I think you made it this far. It's not been easy. You know, we've been like giving you like 3 weeks just to come up with this from scratch. So congratulations. No matter what happens, it's still congratulations, right? And honestly, we were actually quite surprised by the breadth of creativity and to actually explain deep tech and AI and all other parts of technology, right? So we were actually quite surprised by it, and it was a very hard choice for us, Lester, to choose the winners, right? So that's why we took so long. But it was fun as well. So I think all the judges had fun, and I think you might even hear from us, I think, later on after this competition.
Thank you very much, Arnold. Of course, this chatbot challenge is a partnership between SGInnovate and Terra AI. So thank you very much for your strong support, Arnold, in our Deep Tech Chatbot Challenge. So perhaps I'd like to ask Andrew Varanhas, who is the head of Startup Ecosystem for Southeast Asia at AWS. Andrew, you'd like to share some thoughts about what you thought of the field this year?
Thanks, Lester. Yeah, so a couple of things. I also want to congratulate all the teams for their hard work. I think you can clearly see all the efforts that they put in. And what was really interesting for me is the thinking that the teams had on approaching their target customers and how they would, keep them engaged and deliver information and keep them, communicating with the chatbot. So I found it really interesting on the different perspectives, targeting different target users and personas. And just a great set of teams, and it was very difficult to deliberate, and I want to thank everyone for their efforts as well.
Great, thank you so much, Andrew. Also, a big thank you to our other judges as well. So there was earlier on, there was Arnold, we have Andrew, so Ping Shung Ku, David Bay, and Kester. Also, big thank you to our 3 judges as well, and to our moderator, Christian Jonathan. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the moment that everyone has been waiting for after some nerve-biting minutes. Our judges, as you heard from Arnold, they took a long time because really the projects are just really, really fantastic, right? So we'd first like to present some certificates of excellence. So I'm very happy to share that we do have 4 teams that will be receiving the certificate of excellence. So I'm pleased to introduce, so this is not the main 3-2-1, okay? So this is just a certificate of excellence for doing a great job on the chatbot challenge. Okay, so one of our certificate of excellence recipients. Congratulations to Chatbot winner! Congratulations, you are receiving the certificate of excellence. Congratulations to you. Now, our second certificate of excellence winner, we have, drumroll, congratulations to Simple AI. And we do have our next certificate of excellence winner. Congratulations to Bot the PP Builders. And last but not least, our certificate of excellence winner. Congratulations to Daruby. All right. Give yourselves a high five. Give yourselves a pat on the back for a great job done. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on to the results proper. After, we started with 190 people. We had more than 60 different teams. 5 teams shortlisted here at the grand finals through our panel of judges. Very intimidating, right? Because they are the who's and who's of the deep tech industry. So I'm pleased to announce the 3rd position, getting for themselves, the team, $250 cash, and perhaps some opportunities with many of these companies that you have here, our judges perhaps, or any of the community watching this chatbot challenge. So $250 cash in 3rd position. Congratulations to Bot the PP Builders! Congratulations! Well done! Winning for yourselves $250. You can see our team members here: Cheryl Lane Tan, Tan Ying Ting, Cecilia So, Aria Yo, as well as Rita Halim. Well done! Congratulations! You all deserve a good meal. But this is just the start, okay? Take it forward. We look forward to your contributions in deep tech in time to come. And now, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to our 2nd position. The team gets for themselves $500 cash. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Daruby! Congratulations to Daruby. Wow, the team of 5 people: Eldon Sim, David Sorkin, Lim Junjie, Chen Zuo Fan, and Partik Ghosh. Congratulations to you. $500 cash. And our winners and all the teams, please don't go anywhere because we have a group photograph after this, okay? We ask all of you to turn on your webcam, so please stand by for that. Now, the top prize, winning for themselves, $1,000 cash. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, great, great, great. On top of advancing your deep tech knowledge, on top of being recognized by our judges and the community watching, you get for yourself $1,000 cash. So, the winner, ladies and gentlemen, it goes to none other than, drumroll, Simple AI. Congratulations! Simple AI, solo team member, Fong K Sen. Well done. Honestly, what a great presentation. I was watching during his presentation, right? When he said thank you, right? He thanked his family, he thanked his friends for their support, and he also thanked Discord, right? So I'm not sure what help he got from Discord, but I'm sure the community, perhaps they are very helpful in Discord, helping him with this chatbot challenge. So K-Sen, I think you should treat your Discord friends to a good meal. But nonetheless, congratulations to all our winners. Well done, friends. Okay, so can I bring up all our participants, all our judges as well, and our moderator, Christian? All right, we're going to have a group photograph with all of you. Okay, so can you just turn on your web camera, smile for the camera. We're going to do 2 shots, okay? One is a formal, serious shot first, okay? So 1. Let's do our formal serious shot first. All our judges and our participants, formal serious shot. Smile. Look forward. All right, smile. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Snap. Okay, great. Now, we're going to do a casual shot right now, okay? So casual shot, you can do whatever you want. Funky, thumbs up, anything you want. All right, twist, heart shape, anything you want, okay? Fun shot, everybody. Come on, fun shot. Ready? 3, 2, 1, fun shot. All right, fun shot, everybody. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Well, to all our teams today, Chatbot winner, Bot, the PP builders, Darubi, Simple AI, and ePeople, congratulations. Thank you so much for taking part in our challenge. And once again, a sincere appreciation to our 5 judges and our moderator, Christian, as well, for taking the lead in this segment.